Once again to the another tutorial, and in this tutorial I will be showing you the final possible solution using the register for activity result for this logging app I have series that I have been going on through, right? So if you missed my lectures, just go back to the previous two lectures videos for the logging app, where I implemented the first video for the single top activity solution, and the second using the standard activity solution. So this final solution I will be implementing using the register for activity result. So let's not waste the time, and let's go right onto the code. So the first thing is, like, you need the activity, right? Like our the main activity consists of the logging register activity, and pretty much here we will be using the register for activity result for registering our activity. When we launch the activity, then we get back the results in our main activity. So we will be launching this activity, then no, actually we will be this is the main activity. When we enter our credentials, then we log in. We will be using opening another activity using a register for activity result. This another activity is called register login register welcome activity. Then this login register welcome activity will pretty much validate your user inputs and outputs, and it will send you back the results, and these results will be received here, and particularly the view will be updated. Okay, so without wasting time, so let's go through it. As you know that this is the UI. I am pretty much utilizing the solutions that I have implemented for the in the previous lecture videos, like all these similar cases, like, username, getting the username, your password from the form is okay. Then you validate your forms, and how did you after you validate the forms, here you have to use your start activity for results. So here we will be using a register and start activity for a result, right? So this is the most important part here. And if in case of the form is invalid, then we will show the respective toast, as I have showed also in the previous lecture video. So you will, and also the similar logic goes for saving and restoring the instance of your activity, and you update your view log, and all these methods are pretty repetitive. So I strongly suggest you to guys to follow the previous two lecture videos. Okay, but so for starting our activity for a result, how can we do that? We will do it here pretty much. Start activity for result, then we will be implementing our famous register activity for result using activity result contacts, and start activity for result, and finally we have to open the lambda. Okay guys, for the sake of a good view, I will just close the emulator, and now here what we have, we will obtain the results, right? So okay, let me assign a activity result. Okay, so with this activity results obtained, when the result code is result okay, so we will get the data, right? We will get the data from the activity result data, and we will use the user get the username, and from the data get string extra username constant user name key. So in case if it's error, we will be putting the empty string, and then we update logged view with the username obtained from the results. Then we set the logged into true. Okay, yes, so this is the case when the result is okay. What else if our result is not okay? Is else if the result is not okay, or if the result is cancelled, you know, you can have result code result cancelled, it's cancelled because you know, like you have like imported the invalid username and password. We will just show the error using the similar toast here, but in this case we will be using the logging error text message, right? Yes. So this is how we declare the start for activity result, right? Start activity for result, but we have to implement this. How will we implement it? We implement it pretty here. First we set the intent. We declare our intent with the welcome register welcome activity. Okay. So also welcome intent. Okay, so pretty much we will be using okay, pass the data. We have to pass the data when we start activity for result, right? And we pass the data that the data is username and password, we have to pass it. So welcome activity, put extras as a username key, username from the form, and similarly we have to pass on the password is from password form, right? And then the similar logic of resetting your view will be happening here. So reset your edit text fields. So the username dot text clear, and this dot password dot text is, you have to clear them, and then launch activity for result, right? So similar, start activity for result and then launch it and passing your intent, right? It's pretty similar to launch your start activity for result. And then now this start for activity result will pretty much launch this activity, which is pretty much activity logging register welcome activity. So this activity is pretty much empty activity. Okay, it's not doing anything. It's pretty much doing nothing, but what it is doing, it's pretty much setting your like verifying your if the verifying your validity of the user. That means it is checking your username and password, that's it. Okay, so if it is logged check pass is correct password, right? It's correct password. So if you check the if it is a correct password, if check validity of user. Okay, so we check the validity of user. So check validity of a user passing the username form and password form, right, from the form. So that means like the password that we have obtained, that the user has inputted, okay, recently. And if the check validity form of the user is okay, if it is true, then you set the result passing the activity result to result. Okay, and then you pass on also the intent. Okay, either if your user credentials are not valid, then you set the result to activity result cancelled and pass the logging intent. So that's it. And finally you have to finish your activity, and that's it guys. Okay, so we are good to go. So but before that, obviously we have to declare our activity in the manifest file. Activity is we have our um, register activity. Okay, what is it doing? Exported to true, and we have to set the intent filters because it will be now the launching activity. Okay, let me close this. Okay. uh, and we have the another activity which is logging register and welcome activity. Okay, it's also pretty much exported to true, and voila guys, so I think we made it. And let's go back to our activity. Let's launch the activity and let's see if it is working. Password is PASSWORD123, and then we pretty much do the login, and voila, you are now logged in, and we hope you enjoy your application, right? Let's go back. Okay, going back, because actually it's returning back to your the same activity, right? So when you go back, it's pretty much go to the background. So let me launch the application again. Let me just make an invalid login, and let me check out. Yeah, you see, either username or password is not recognized, please try again. So you see, yeah, it's pretty much working, and this is the another solution. Okay, so utilizing the register for activity, particularly you use it, you have always two activities. One is the main activity, then the second activity is like does some kind of validation and sends the result back. Okay guys, so actually my objective of the tutorial was to make you understand, uh, create a simple application and make you understand all these important concepts of how to use single top standard way of implementing uh, application, and then utilizing the register for activity result, right? So if you like it, please do subscribe and press the bell button, so that you will be getting notification whenever I will be uploading new videos. And yeah, if you like it, please just thumbs up, and if you have any questions, just please do comment and ask me any questions that you want to ask, obviously related with Kotlin programming and creating Android application. And thank you very much guys, catch you in the next lecture.